and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
I am Tayo Salam. It's great to have you join us again.
I'll begin the show with the Nigerian Women's Football League, where you have, the Premiership will return on February 10th and week 5. That's where the game will start next week, Wednesday, for Nigerian Women's Football League Premiership. So the games are back.
Oh, fantastic news. Hopefully all the teams have put their houses in order so we don't get to suffer any more postponements for the season. And of course, you can be a part of the show by talking to us via social media handles and Twitter, specifically our channels _sport. Let's get your thoughts on everything that has gone down in the world of sport from last night until this morning, and what's going to happen later tonight as well too, especially in the English Premier League, where Manchester United fans will be looking to return to winning ways when they take on Southampton. Of course, Cecilia, there's so many other games in the Premier League. We'll be doing a comprehensive preview of those matches. Of course, in the NBA, matches still coming in, and a lot of games that went down early this morning. LeBron James, Anthony Davis are still playing very good basketball. Okay, so you can talk to us, channels _sports. We'll be taking your tweets before the show is over. We've got a guest. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been away for a while. It's safe to say so.
2 years.
But it's back now. It's up to 2 years. It's not up to 2 years.
Let's see you 2020. I didn't see you last year.
No,
right?
I didn't see you.
The pandemic here.
Yeah,
we didn't see
So it's
pandemic here,
2019.
definitely.
Yeah.
So it's almost 2 years.
It's almost
I'm right.
2 years, actually.
Correct.
Anyways, Tolu Olorunmotemi is in the studio. Tolu, it's great to have you on
Hi,
the show.
Taya.
man.
Hi, Cecilia. So good to see both of you
I
again.
know.
Great to have you here, right here in the
How
studio.
you
Yeah.
doing, man?
Good. Enjoyed 2020, and
Yeah.
here we are in
Okay.
2021. It's good to see what's happening in sport, how sport has had to, pretty much acclimatize with everything going on. Without the fans. Initially, it was weird, but now we've gotten used to watching football on TV or watching sport without fans, and now we're used to hearing those other sounds that they put
Yeah.
in there. So we just catch the feel, and other times you want to hear the coaches and
players
everyone scream at each
shouting,
other.
yeah.
So yeah, I think we've adjusted to it. Of course, I can't wait to have fans back.
Yeah,
Hopefully, all of this is over soon, and we can move back to the new way it's going to be, because it's never going to be the same way it used to be.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. It's going to take us maybe 1 or 2 years to get used.
I am hopeful,
hopeful.
that we're going to return to a normal
I
life
just want to see
somewhere,
fans
sometime
at
down
the
the
World
line.
Cup. It will be catastrophic
Without-
not to have fans at the World
Awesome,
Cup.
right?
So I hope by 2022
We have a full
we're having
capacity.
a different conversation, and
Yeah.
we can have, even if it's not full capacity. At this moment, I don't even care. I just want fans back.
Fans back at it, right? You
Just
want to
bring
go
it
there.
back.
I get that. Okay. All right. Let's quickly talk about the Women's League. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, they were the first league to start in
And-
Nigeria.
and the first to go
and
to
the first to
suffer
actually
postponements.
postponement, right? Okay, you're thinking, you said the first to go on postponement. Are you thinking that maybe MPFL might just stop and say, hey, you
never
guys
know,
do?
You never know.
Okay. All right. We never
Everything is still
can tell.
open. Yeah, still open,
But
yeah.
then the news this morning is the fact that we know that the league is coming back. They had to go on a month break because some clubs were not obeying the COVID-19 protocol. Now, before the league started, we had the news coming over and over again. You have to ensure that your players are tested regularly and all that. But at the end of the day, some of these teams did not even abide by those rules. And so the NWFL chairperson, Aisha Falode, they had to come out to say, look, before we can continue with this league, everyone will have to follow this protocol. If you don't, we'll suspend the league for forever. I mean,
and it's majorly
she
testing,
gave
right?
them, majorly testing. Give them 2 weeks, and 2 weeks, not all the clubs have complied. Say, okay, I'll give you guys a month to do that. So some testing came back positive and all that. Those players will be isolated while, treatment starts. And then, of course, have new players that will play the other games and all. Until by next week, Wednesday, we'll have games coming back.
It's grueling, really. First things first. It's very expensive right now to run anything.
Yeah.
You spend way more than you budget for, and it's worse because I'm not even making enough money to start with. We can talk about attendance as not being a theme in the Nigeria Professional Women's Football League, rather, but the expenses have gone up, and their income hasn't necessarily gone up. So it means that each of these teams are stretched by a large margin. Is it possible to halt the league temporarily? Yes, but what will be the backlash? I mean, I think there will be a huge reaction that the league organizers would not want at this time. So it only makes sense to have these women continue to play football like they should. Every other person is back in business. However, if the teams are not complying, it will make it difficult for the organizers to continue in that trend, because you don't want to have cases where we have, God forbid, a positive test result and no one knows, and the player is on the field, and you contact with other players. It's going to get really, really horrible. So we're hoping not to get to that point. We're hoping never to get to that point. So I think it's just right for each of these football clubs to, as much as possible, comply. We know it is difficult. It looks like a Nigerian thing sometimes with compliance with some of these guidelines which have been put in place. But the organizers need to be stiffer. Let them know these are penalties. Probably the team will get kicked out or whatnot, because you don't want the league to stop. If it stops, it hampers the financial market viability of the league itself, and that is not what you want to do to yourself in times like this. So you can't do anything that will put the whole league in jeopardy. And I think they need to be stiffer with the regulations.
And they've already done once, and that's why there's a postponement. Now, hopefully going forward, we don't get to have any halt in proceedings again.
Yeah, there's a quote coming from the NWFL chairperson talking about Aisha Falode when she says that there are a number of positive tests from the results that were submitted by the affected clubs. And here it is. Said the affected clubs have been instructed to keep these players out of the team's camp and replace them with other players who tested negative. Now, the clubs are supposed to monitor these positive cases and ensure proper treatment and isolation until they come out with a clean bill of health. After the treatment regime, a fresh test will be conducted and results submitted showing the negative status of the affected players before they can return to the league.
This is all standard COVID protocols that should be followed. If you want to finish the season.
Yeah, talking about, you just talked about stiffer penalties, and she went further to say that we are not going to wait for anyone again. We have working to ensure we prevent the spread of COVID-19 in our elite league and also save the lives of our players and officials. We cannot afford to wait any longer. So it simply means that any clubs that cannot abide by this, they'll be taken out of the league.
Going forward.
Kicked out. Simple.
Easy.
Straightforward.
That's the best way to go.
All right. Let's move on, Cecilia, and talk about
AfroBasket qualifiers is this month. It's February. I mean, by January, it's in next month. And now it's February 2nd. And of course, the news is that you're not going to be having. Yes, it's not really news that we're not going to be having the head coach and all that, because he's busy with Golden State Warriors and everything. But then I'm talking about Coach Mike Brown.
Is it funny?
I mean, no, it's not, because there's a contract. We knew. Yes, it's only the peak of the NBA.
It has been very funny from the very beginning of the whole contract.
Then you have what? Umfam Udofia.
Umfam Udofia is going to lead the team to the next phase of qualifiers. But I just want Tolu to just talk about. You said the whole situation has been funny from the start.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happened.
It was in the first one qualifier. So he was with the place.
But I see what Tolu is saying. So this guy,
but he's not around now.
He's not around now.
And we're going to play Rwanda.
Okay.
We're going to play Mali.
And you know what's going on in the world, right? The COVID-19 pandemic.
But I want to go somewhere with this. So the situation is winning all along. Mike Brown is with the Golden State Warriors as an associate coach. And there was an opportunity to sign this guy, NBA veteran. And the NBBF thought, this is an opportunity we cannot pass. Even though he's not going to be a full-time coach.
I mean, they started
we should go for this guy. Do you have any problem with that? The fact that he's like a part-time coach and the times when he's going to have to focus on the
why you have other coaches.
Or the fact that we actually have this guy who is a big deal in the NBA, coaching Nigeria, even though it's a bit of like part-time.
You know why I think we're going that route? Because we have a great set of players.
We have great players, yes. So you need those
who in the last 5-6 years have proven that they can compete favorably in Africa. Maybe at the world stage they need a bit more of something extra. The extra touch which we saw was lacking at the 2019 FIBA World Cup in China, and Alex Nwora couldn't bring it to the team. But I always felt that if we must build chemistry and consistency, it has to be with a coach who's going to be available
all the time.
All the time.
Really? Okay.
Mike Brown is big, yes, but if we can't have him full
Coach
time,
Nwora is also part of the team. I mean, Duffy is also part of the team,
right? But if we can't have him in games like this, when we have to, finesse strategies ahead of the bigger competitions, then what's the
But
point?
do you really think, because if you
counterproductive,
check...
right?
I think it's counterproductive. So he's around for the first
okay.
round and he's not around for the second round.
But
We're going to play
if you
Rwanda,
check
one of
what
the
we-
biggest teams in
Yeah.
Africa, and the coach is not going to be there. I don't doubt that the teams, that the D Tigers can win, but these are the games you want to see the head coach in charge of.
But I'm thinking the way we
So I think it looks-
breeze through the first round and all that, I mean,
Yeah.
it was a good one. So Nigeria's already in that particular position whereby you don't, this second round will just be like, how do I put it now? It's not really
It's
like...
not a formality. You still gotta go there and
formality.
play.
Yeah, you still have to go and play.
You still
But if you,
gotta win.
if you look at the situation right now in the NBA,
Yeah.
whereby you have these coaches are busy with their team.
Yes.
And of course, even Umara is not going to be around
Yeah, he
because
won't
of
be
personal
around.
reasons and all that.
Yeah.
He can't travel down, to Tunisia and all that. And if you take a look at what's happening, the pandemic and all. So if he's going to travel from the US to Tunisia and all that, the quarantine period and going back, quarantine period is going to undergo.
Yes.
So you look at everything. I mean, it's
I
a bit,
understand.
It's a bit
I
of a
understand
tight,
I understand the
tight
situation
period
right now.
for them. So at the beginning, we already know that Mike Brown
And that's
will be
what-
around.
that is
So
what I'm
that's
saying.
the
And
So
that's
you
my
think
point.
from
That
the
is my
very
point.
beginning, it was a mistake. Is that
That's
what
what
you're
I'm saying. Cecilia,
That is
that's
my
what I'm
point.
saying.
From the
I get
very
that
beginning,
now.
as much as it looked
It
like a
doesn't
big
change.
deal,
Yeah.
it didn't look like, because we knew that there would be days, okay, if the Warriors have games in the playoff and we have a qualifiers, what is it going to leave the playoffs to come?
No, obviously he won't do that.
If
But we know
they're
that
in
he's gonna
crunch
be around
time, he
for the
won't leave
Olympics,
that.
which is the big one.
So
I was
that's
even-
what I'm saying from the beginning. It looks like it's counterproductive. Yeah, we've gotten a big guy, a big fish, but he won't be around when we need him to be around to actually build a team that can compete at the next World Cup favorably. Want to surpass what we did at the last World Cup, and we need a bit of chemistry. We need that level of consistency. We're not going to get that with Mike Brown.
But you think it's going to affect his
Okay.
absence will affect the team,
Look
right?
at what is going to happen. Let's say there's a glitch. There's something goes wrong in the second or third quarter in the very first or second
Put
game.
a call through to him. What are you saying? Doesn't
Are
need
you
to be
being
there.
serious?
Now,
Just like-
how will the players see Mfomodofia?
of course, they respect him.
No, they
Okay, you're
respect
talking
him as a
about
nice guy,
Mfomodofia,
but
right?
how
Yeah.
they respect him as a great guy.
They will
But
say
how
that.
would they see his capacity, his capability in that point?
Steven Silas
So-
is the coach of Houston Rockets, okay?
So let's do it this way. Let's do it this way, and that's the NBBF president, Musa Akida, has been explaining the choice of Mfon Udofia, to lead the D Tigers to the next phase of qualifiers.
I will just confirm that Mike Brown, of course, is doing his primary job and very occupied at this time with the Golden State Warriors as the assistant head coach there. Alex is staying back, for very personal and intimate reasons, which we understand. Our head coach to Tunisia will be Mfong, who was with us at the China World Cup. Again, they're all hands that we are very, very used to. Our general manager Musa Adamu will be there, and of course the chairman of the technical committee of the federation will also be there.
There you go. That's the NBBF president Musa Akida, explaining the choice of Mfon Udofia as the head coach of the D Tigers. That's for the next phase of qualifiers for the FIBA Afro Basket. All right, then. So this Udofia is not new.
Yeah.
So it's been part of the setup. It was at the World Cup in 2019 in China. He also has experience in the G League.
Yeah, in the G League.
Cecilia, how you
It is what it is.
Hey, but that's him. Get to know him. Cecilia, assistant coach with the Skyhawks. That's
Yeah.
the NBA G League. Ex-assistant with the Area Bayhawks. That's in the G League as well.
also,
As an affiliate of the Pelicans. Ex-assistant as well to Delaware Blue Coats, NBA G League. Of course, assistant coach of the Tigers.
It was at the World Cup. That's what
So
I'm saying. Like
it's
he's
not a
been
new
part
phase.
of the coaching crew and all that. I'm like, they have a
And it's talk of
you have
the
like 3,
succession
4,
as
5
well, too.
players, coaches and all that.
Yeah.
So you just have them. So if the head coach is not around, you have the assistants and all that. Who were here when
Who's that?
D'Antoni wasn't I'm trying to
Steve Kerr.
not Steve Kerr now. I'm talking about the NBA where the lady who had to step up, San Antonio Spurs
Greg
and all that.
Popovich.
Greg Popovich wasn't
Yeah.
around, and you have the assistant coach stepping up. I mean, the players respected. All the players talk so much. I mean, it
Cecilia.
doesn't really matter if the head coach is here or not. As long as you have, it's not as if you're changing. You're bringing in a different person.
Yes.
It's still part of the coaching crew. So I
to be
believe
fair
it's
to be fair
it's
to
not
Mfon,
really.
he's been a part
It
of the
won't
team
disrupt.
for
Yes,
long.
it won't disrupt
So I do
anything.
not expect, and it's a great opportunity for him as well.
Of course.
to
Lead the team.
do something really new and exciting and challenging, which I expect him to jump at. However, I just want to see how he goes through this process. Hopefully, there will be no hiccups.
Yeah, he will. I'm sure
because
he will.
once there is a hiccup, trust me, there will be. The players may not say it, but deep within themselves, they just say, you know what? Let's just go to the field. Let's go to the court and look. Is a cynic in me right now? I think it's allowed.
Which is fair, yeah.
No,
it's
so
fair.
because I want the best for the team.
After all, he's
right?
31 and all that. It's
No,
not
the age
like,
doesn't
I know.
even really matter.
Yeah.
We've seen young guys, kill it regularly, but can we have continuity? That's what matters.
Okay.
most.
Your point is well noted,
noted.
and it's a very good one. I have to say, ASAP,
They need
before
that.
we look at the papers and
Take some
Cecilia
tweets.
has some messages.
Okay,
here.
I'll start with a Noble Flyer. It says, Big Sam, as usual, and Arteta are the only managers that made good business last night. And congratulations to Josh Maja. I see him excelling at Craven Cottage. Welcome back. Okay, all right, welcome back. Okay, thank you. Southampton, we will beat Southampton tonight. I mean, he's a Manchester United fan.
course.
Bosun says, Arsenal have really done well with the massive clearance of players, surplus to requirements, and
That's
giving
what.
boarding talents like Willock and Ashley a chance to get game times on loan. And Dr. Kene says the fan base can see where Arteta and Edu are taking Arsenal too, and a right step in the right direction. Now we can look forward to the summer window, and with a lot of hope, I'm hoping that we'll beat Wolves today. All right, okay.
Mark Anthony, we got a message
Yeah.
as well to you saying Liverpool should have dug deep into the academy to bring up homegrown talent instead of embarking on a last-minute panic buy. That's what was described there.
No, it's not a last-minute panic buy because they've been cutting Ozan for the last 2 years.
So
Okay.
the deal didn't,
Yeah,
go
and the
over the
deal
line
didn't materialize in the
until last
summer, so it's
summer.
not a panic buy.
Okay,
It's
all
a
right,
player they've had
quickly,
on their
we'll just
radar.
take a look at the
There you go.
papers and look at one Complete Sport. That's the only one we can take this morning. Complete Sport, yes. Hodgson says Eze is good enough to play for England, but, okay, all right, yeah, and that, okay. Okay, we have to leave
That boy
here
will
now.
play for Nigeria anyway.
Yeah?
I don't think he will play for Nigeria.
All right.
You're making that call already.
Yeah, I don't
He's
think
making it.
Once he starts getting the run of play in the Premier League, he'll think he's good enough for the Three Lions, and he won't play for Nigeria.
Okay.
I put my
Thank you
heart on the
so
line.
much, Tulu, for coming on the program.
you, Ceci.
Hope to see
Thank
you
you,
again
Ceci.
soon,
So
right?
hopefully
Yeah, sure.
you don't go for another 2 years. All right, guys.
I'll do that.
Thank you for watching as well. Enjoy the rest of your day. I am Tayo Salam.
I'm Cecilia Mogbe. Have a good day.